Hey guys,
welcome back to another JR Business video.
We are so happy to have you.
Before this video begins, we have randomly selected the giveaway winners, as you know, and we are finally ready to announce them to you.
The number one prize of the iPad mini goes to Mikey.
The second place winner of the GoPro goes to Jacob.
and the winner of the $100 gift card goes to Matt. That was really awkward.
Boy, up here.
No, I want it on my face. I want it on my face.
That's
right
good.
here on
That's
my face.
Right. And we also selected 5 winners to select a free t-shirt from the JR Garage store. Those winners being Dylan,
Anthony,
Ryan,
Abji,
and last but not least, Adam.
Yay! So those are all the winners. So if you heard your name or handle go by, then please go ahead and direct message us with your shipping information and we will get that prize off to you ASAP. Thank you for all that entered. We want to do a lot of giveaways pretty often, so always keep a lookout for them. Always stay subscribed because we're always doing things like that.
And follow us on social media. There's lots of behind the scenes stuff and future giveaway opportunities there.
Absolutely, so check it out. But okay, enough of that. Let's get into this video. Time management, especially as a young entrepreneur and especially someone in school or in a similar position as us. Definitely one of our most commonly asked questions is how to manage your time. How do I possibly get it done? I'm in high school. I've got a social life. I have sports. How do I do it? And we're here to tell you we're in the same position. I'm in high school. He's in college. Kieran's in high school.
So we're in high school.
Exactly. So we're facing the same situations. We're all in this together, but we're going to share with you a couple tips that we have that have helped us with time management because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. You just got to make the best of those hours.
And we're going to keep this video a little bit shorter as it's a less in-depth topic, but we're going to get right down to business.
You have to make your plan and you have to develop it. If you don't have a plan, you have no idea where you're going in the future. So therefore, you have to have the foundation laid. You got to know what you're going to do so you can immediately, efficiently get attacking your goals and getting where you want to go.
In the early stages, this is worth every minute because you don't want to be wasting your time before you know exactly what you want to do.
The next important thing we have on here is prioritizing. Huge in time management.
You'll find as you get busier and busier as an entrepreneur, you are simply not going to have time for everything. You got to decide what's most important and what'll be most valuable.
Yeah, exactly. In our first video, you guys heard all the things we were involved in, massive pages worth of stuff. It's insane all the stuff we have going on. So we're simply not able to do it all. We have to pick what we want to do and simply tasks that aren't making nearly as much money, aren't worth our time, we can't do them. It's a waste of time. You got to focus on the important ones. Another vital skill to have is organization.
As you guys know, we've been talking about it in the last few videos. Jeffrey and I are both very busy. I play 3 sports. I'm managing my businesses and we're both in high school. We have a bunch of stuff going on. So being organized is definitely crucial both in business and in your personal life.
Exactly. We do a lot of things to stay organized. Calendars and like our notes sections on our phone are hilarious. Whenever we think of a good idea, it like immediately goes into notes or things that I need to get done or the reminders on my phone are crazy.
Yeah. And even just, in preparation for these business videos, we're over here at the desk just planning out everything in bullet points and making sure everything's relevant to what we're going to be talking about in the video. That way we don't have to sit here for hours recording and not know what we're talking about.
Exactly, yeah. Before this video even started, we were eating some pizzas and planning for like an hour of what we're going to do, being organized so that we could have this layout. This is organization right here so that you guys can have a more informative, entertaining video. But yeah, it's crazy handling everything. Literally every single weekend he's in like some crazy different state playing hockey. It's insane. So it's really important to be organized because otherwise if you're disorganized, again, one of those things, if you're disorganized, become organized. There's no way around it. You just have to get better with it. Yeah. I know it's hard. Kids have messy things, messy lives, whatever. But it's something that's really vital to have.
And there's a few different types of organization. There's a bunch. You can break them down. And I think one of the big ones is definitely organizing your life. Where you need to be at what time. When I have meetings with clients or when I have to go to a hockey game or wherever I have to be. Just organizing your life and your day-to-day plan.
Yeah, physical things.
Exactly.
And then there's imaginary things almost in the future of where you want to go, business ideas, business ventures that you want to do in the future that are kind of imaginary or non-existent at the time. So those two hand in hand,
Yeah.
if you can have those organized, that's a really good thing.
And I think it also ties back into business plans. When you're trying to start a new business, organization is key. You have to know what you want and where you want to be and everything in between. You have to have a very detailed business plan, and it takes organization skills.
Yeah, this man's great about, boom, where do you want to be in 6 months? How are we going to get there? You got to be on point. Again, this is real business. This isn't something where you can just lackadaisical, oh, messy, I can get that done later. No, I love that word. Real business. This is real. You got to be on point. You got to be on your game. And one last thing under organization is monetary organization, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
So things dealing with money. Oh my God, that's essential. When your business starts to grow and you have tons of inflows and outflows and taxes and payrolls, it gets a mental nightmare. So it's extremely important you have organization. That could be something like on Excel. Great, you have files of everything there, or different softwares you can use to stay organized. But that's probably one of the most important parts of organization is the monetary stuff. When it comes to money, you have to be organized to a dime.
And also investment portfolios. You know, if you're investing in the stock market, you know, you definitely, organization is key there as well. You need to know what your investments are doing. So the next topic that we want to hit on is delegate. So you can't do any of this alone. You know, in business, you have to delegate, and you have to know, first of all, what you're good at, right? And then the things that you aren't so good at, it's not worth your time to do them, right? So you have to have business partners, contractors, employees, volunteers, whatever they are. You have to have other people working with you or for you to help you get these things done.
Yeah, that's just like in the last video how you mentioned, A, you can't do it alone, and B, you got to network with others and build your team. So, man, all these things go hand in hand. So, again, delegation. That means pushing off some of your workload onto someone else who can take more. When you get maxed out, you know, you're leaving money on the table if you're missing out on things because you can't do them. So you need to take those tasks and delegate them off to another employee, a manager. Even in a sense between me and Kieran, and some things that I was doing before on the YouTube channel or in some businesses, he's taken over some social media stuff because that's his thing. You know, it's things like that where at times you just have to have other people doing things. Just like prioritizing. You have to prioritize where you're making the most money and have to cut some things when you need to or push some things off to someone else. So that's very important.
Exactly.
Within our generation, distractions are literally like an epidemic with smartphones and computers and video games. It's bad. Honestly, you guys got to cut a lot of it out of your lives. Some of it, okay, great, to have a good time in the day, that's fine. But a lot of it has to go. Kristen and I, we rarely play video. I haven't touched an Xbox controller in literally like years, and that's just what you have to do. It's the sacrifices you have to make.
One of my favorite things that I've heard, I don't remember who said it, but don't do anything that you're not going to remember in a week. Basically, don't do anything that's not going to have a profound impact on your life or your business goals.
Right? Yeah, that's the mindset you always got to remember when you're spending time doing something. Is it furthering my business, or is it helping me with my entrepreneurial skills, things like that? Everything we do is tied to business or entrepreneurship in some way. Almost everything we do, and that's very important because you're strengthening those skills and growing a business.
A good way to hold yourself accountable and to make sure this gets put into practice is to check yourself at the end of the day, making sure that everything you did moved you forward.
And if it didn't move you forward, that means you have to work harder tomorrow. And make changes. Make changes. You're not going to put that in the video, but all right. The last point here is being healthy, and this kind of ties into time management because when you're working this hard and you're managing your time wisely, you do need to reward yourself sometimes, right?
As a lot of you guys already know, the life of an entrepreneur can just be brutal. I mean, with everything we mentioned here, you have so much to do oftentimes, especially with all of us. You guys know what we're up to. It's sometimes so hard to keep yourself in emotional and physical shape, especially with like sleep. Literally in the past months, I've not gone to bed once before midnight or like 1 a.m. Sometimes you're just so busy working on things all night that it just keeps you up, especially with homework and everything else we're dealing with. Sometimes it's so hard, and that's something we really want to get better at. You really need sleep. It is important, but sometimes you'll just find yourself getting so little because you're so busy working. But at times you got to tell yourself, hey, maybe I need to slow down a touch because you really do need to sleep.
And that's one of the things that we really want to push on this channel. You know, we're not perfect. We're going through, and we're just like you guys. You know, we're high school students, right? So we're trying to share our experiences with you, and that's one of the as Jeff just said, one of the weaknesses that he'll admit to is that he's not getting enough sleep.
Sometimes we're realizing that it's easy to get off track with this, but you really need to stay on top of your game.
Yeah, it's super important, and staying on top of your game. Functioning at 100%. That's where it's at. Combining functioning at 100% with everything we mentioned here. All these combine to really give you that ideal time management.
So these are just some of the things that we practice and some of the things that we found effective in managing our busy lives.
So I really hope you guys found this informative. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to comment down below with your opinion on time management, how you guys manage your guys' busy lives, because we know you're in a similar position. Also like the video if you enjoyed it, and follow our social medias. Be sure to follow them. Team JR Business, always posting cool quotes and behind the scenes stuff, so check that stuff out.
Congratulations again to the giveaway winners, and we'll see you guys next time.
Say that it feels right.